Do you guys want to farm for platinum really easily and also get some other goodies on the side? Well, then this guide is just for you. And of course, the first thing I want to start off with is you can easily go to the market, instead of featured, click get platinum, and just buy it to your heart's content, if you have the money of course. But not all of us have that kind of money to just spend on a game. So instead, I'm going to show you the way to get platinum in 3 steps. The first step is going to be actually you getting the relics and prime parts, because this is also a guide on getting prime parts for all your warframes and weapons. Again, there are 2 different types of relics. There are vaulted and unvaulted relics. If we take a look at the market again and we go over here to prime resurgence, we can see that these are limited time vaulted relics. So we're not going to actually be focusing on these because you need to get Aya for this, and to get Aya you need to do a whole like blah blah blah. There's a whole process of farming that, so let's not look into that right now. Instead, we're going to be looking at unvaulted relics, and the one I want to choose for today is the latest Gaia relic. It's Meso V14, right, for example. And what you guys will notice first and foremost is void traces, and that there's 6 possible rewards, and of course Meso, that there's 4 tiers. Let's go through this one by one. So void traces are what you get after every mission that relies on a relic. So we're going to put a pause on that right now. Let's first talk about everything else about the relic. We have 3 common rewards, all worth 15 ducats. You're not going to sell these for too much, maybe 1 platinum, 2 platinum. You have the uncommon rewards, which are 45 platinum, or not 45 platinum, 45 ducats, which will sell for a bit more, and you'll have these. The golden rewards, which are the rare rewards, are 100 ducats each, and you're going to want to try to get these as much as possible. So now, how do you get the relics? If I go here and highlight it and I press tab, you'll see that there are a bunch of numerous locations for me to get this relic from. But yet, there's always going to be a best location for each relic tier. So let's go to navigation and take a look. Just kidding. Let's actually first discuss other ways to get the relics. So you saw those missions over there, right? Another way you can get them is if you go over here to syndicates, you'll see that all of the syndicates will offer relic packs right here for 20,000 standing each. Now this isn't limited to just these 6 syndicates though. Now why do I say it's not limited to 6 syndicates? It's because if we go to the 3 different open worlds, first looking at Orb Valis, or rather Fortuna, we can see that Smokefinger sells the same pack for 20,000. On Cetus, we know Old Man Sambat sells it for 20,000 standing, and lastly, at the Necrolisk, Otak sells it for 20,000 as well. Now, since we're here on navigation, we can start discussing the mechanics of the mission we're going to look at. So, we're going to go in reverse order. First, we're going to look at Axii Relics. So you're going to farm that on Apollo, on Lua. And if you don't know how disruption works, basically there is an objective. The objective is you have 4 towers to defend. And you get a key for each of these towers, and these keys drop from killing enemies. And once you get the key, you attach that same colored tower. Then once you defend all 4 towers, you'll get rewards. And again, the rewards are based on how many towers you defend. So for relics, there's 3 rotations, A, B, and C. For the relics we're looking at on Apollo, we want B and C rotation, right? So on round 1, if you defend all 4, you're going to get B rotation. I'll put a chart on screen right now so you guys can understand this better. On round 2, if you defend 3 or 4, you get B rotation as well. However, on round 3, you have to just defend 2 conduits, because then you get B, and then it's B again, then C rotation for 4 defended. Then if you, from the 4th round onwards, every single one you defend will give you either B rotation or C rotation. So once you get past round 4, Apollo is really easy for getting Axii Relics. And I'll show you guys on screen that you can clearly get Axii Relics. And now that you guys know how the mechanics work and how to get Axii Relics, let's talk about 1 tier lower, which is Neo Relics. For that, you're going to want to go to Uranus, and up here, this is a disruption mission with Infested. And again, you're going to want to focus on that B and C rotation, and that's where you'll find your Neo Relics. Now for Meso Relics, it is a bit harder, because if we go to Mars, the mission you're going to want to farm is Olympus, of course, that's the disruption mission. But the relics for Meso are only found in the C rotation. So you're going to have to play the first 2 rounds and only get Lith Relics, which in theory could help you farm for the Lith Relics that you want. But again, you have to play up to round 3 and defend all 4, and then from round 4 onwards, you have to defend 3 to 4 conduits every single round. So if that's a struggle, that's okay. You might just be able to go again to Uranus, go to and look for that A rotation instead. Now, for Lith Relics, it's very unique. It's actually, again, I did say you can farm Mars Disruption if you want to for the A rotation, or the easier way, hold on, is if we go to the Void here, right? Easiest mission is Hepit, which is a really low level capture mission, and you can run it really fast and you usually get a Lith Relic. So I'll show you guys a quick run through of that right now. So here we are on the mission. Again, of course, I'm not running any like decent weapon, any Warframe or anything. So we're just gonna just play this as if I were like, I don't know, a brand new player, right? And you'll see, I don't think I do enough damage, guys. Sorry. You'll see that we're gonna capture it in, if we press tab, in less than 30 seconds, right? And let's see how long it takes me to get to extraction. Again, I'm playing a Warframe that's not built for speed. I don't have any strong weapons, strong anything. So this will be a pretty close simulation to what you guys will be experiencing as well. Of course, if you're like later in the game, if you're higher level, higher mastery, you have more Warframes unlocked, then the frames you're going to want to be running for this mission is Titania, Volt, Gauss, and by extension you can run the new Warframe Uriel because of his passive. And his passive with his first ability lets him basically glide around the map. And as you see, we've completed the mission and boom, we get a Lith Relic in just a minute. So now that we have that Lith N18 relic that we got from the previous mission, right, we can see the 6 rewards we can get from it, either by typing it in chat or by going to that relic console. We have 2 options what we want to do to it. First option, of course, is to go here into the mission node and then click Avoid Fissures, then start a Lith one. Or we could go into recruiting chat and see if anybody is running that relic and hosting it for like Radiant or Intact, right? An easy way to do this is by clicking the search bar and then just typing Lith N18 or whichever relic you have. You click done and you can just wait, see if anyone types it in. If not, it's okay. All you need to do now, close this and you click up here and you're going to have multiple different relic choices you can pick. And because we got a Lith Relic, we're going to do the capture mission because of course that's the fastest. So let's click that and then we're going to search up Lith, and this is not Lith. I'm actually baiting you guys. That's a Meso Fissure. If you look at the rescue mission, right, the first one, sorry about that, we're going to type in Lith N18. We don't have to type Lith, of course, we can just type in N18. I'll show you guys. Just type in N18, bada bing, bada boom, and you'll see this is the stuff we can get. This upgrade relic button, you have to use void traces. So it's a 100 to get the highest chance of getting the rare, 50 for a higher chance of uncommon, and then exceptional just increases the chances of these two while slightly decreasing it. You're almost never going to run exceptional, so don't worry about this one. Instead, worry about flawless and radiant for when you're looking at recruiting chat. And now, how do you get void traces? Easy. You just crack your relic. And yeah, here I'll show you guys a clip of that right now. As you can see here, once I crack the relic open, bada bing, bada boom, I get the traces. So anyway, let's go back to actually doing the mission. So we're going to search up N18. We're going to double click this. And are you sure you want to equip it? Yes. And then we're just going to start the mission. And I'll see you guys in the mission. 3. So here we are in the mission, right? And as you can see, there's no enemies. And it says reacting collected 0 out of 10. So enemies are going to become corrupted. And you'll see what that looks like. They'll become like a flash of light. And they'll turn into kind of like yellow light beams in a way. Right? And when that happens, that's how you know they're corrupted, and they'll have a chance to drop reactant. As you can see, these are corrupted enemies. So if I defeat them, you guys will see that they should drop reactant. You saw him, he just dropped reactant. Let's see if we can get one far away to drop it. Oh, it dropped it too far, but I picked it up. But yeah, they'll drop like these little like orbs, and once you collect 10, your relic will be cracked, and you'll be able to choose reward at the end of the mission. So I'm going to collect all 10, I'm going to finish the mission, and I'll see you guys when it's time to pick. So here I am right about to end the mission. We end it, And as you can see, because I'm playing solo, we actually don't get to choose, and instead it gave me the Breton Prime stock, which was, of course, one of the rewards from the relics. And if you do it as a group, there will be multiple different rewards to choose from. So, now it's time to actually find a seller for our prime part, which is the Breton Prime stock. And for this, what we're going to do is head on over to Google and go to this website, warframe.market. Make sure you guys select your platform, but it doesn't really matter because crossplay now exists. So we're going to search it up, Breton Prime stock. And what you'll see here is we have sellers selling it for 1 platinum, but you want to click buyers. You see people are buying it for 1 platinum. This is of course a very common part, so people aren't going to buy it for too much. And if you have the full set, you'll see that people are buying it for arguably a bit more, 4 platinum. This is a very common weapon, so you're not going to see too much from this. But let's take Nautilus Prime set, for example, right? Which was, of course, Nautilus Prime was one of the rare rewards from that relic. And you'll see it sells for a lot more, 30 platinum. So if you just keep grinding these relics out non-stop over and over, eventually you'll get enough like prime parts and prime sets to be able to sell them enough to make a lot of platinum. And again, I'll show you from personal experience. This platinum I've entirely made through selling items in the game. Never once have I spent money. Well, I spent a little bit of money, about like 25 bucks. But I spent all that platinum already, and this is platinum that I've made back from selling relics, selling mods, selling arcanes, and of course, selling prime parts. So yeah guys, I hope you guys learned a little thing or two about how to keep getting platinum in the game, and of course, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the video so more people know how to make platinum. And another thing, don't use trade chat ever to buy something. These are scammers. Every single one is a scam. Always, again, go to this website, you can click sell and copy and paste this message into the game and it will work, I promise you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, like, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.